Well, this is going to be an interesting video because my Ethereum is not looking good. Now, if you're new to the channel, a couple years ago, in fact, 3 years ago, I decided to invest $5 a day every single market day into Ethereum. Now, I've also invested $5 a day every time the stock market is open. But today I got to come forward and let you know the details and the status update on the cryptocurrency investment. Because you know, as we have always said, stocks versus crypto, which one's going to come ahead? Now, also, why Ethereum? Because I wanted to be a rebel. Everybody's going after Bitcoin. Why not go after number 2, which is Ethereum? This video is going to be jam-packed with some very interesting information. Let's get right down to it with topic number 1, and that is the update on my Ethereum portfolio. So I'm going to hop back to this video right here. In this video, I give you an update, and that update shows over an 80% growth on my portfolio. Now, what that means is that all the money, all those $5 from January 1st, 2022 until that present day, built up an additional $4,200, which means if I would have sold, I would have had well over, I think it was $9,000 I could have cashed down on in Ethereum alone. But as you may see, in following the market over the last period of time, Ethereum is not doing that well. It's actually doing quite awful, as is pretty much the entire market. But take a look here on my portfolio. Right now, as of the recording of this video, Ethereum is going for $1,900. That is extremely low. I still have 2.7 Ethereum, which is great, at a value of $5,358 total dollars, which means my total return is actually negative $367, or down 6.43%. Now, here's what's critical about this piece. The critical part about this is that I put in all this money, right? I put in money and I'm actually down now. No longer am I up 80%. I could have sold there, everything would have been fine, but I'm now down on that money. So you may be asking yourself, well, what are you going to do? I'm not doing anything. And that's why it's so critical that when you invest in anything, and I'm talking about stocks, individual stocks, ETFs, cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter. It's always very, very important to make sure we have a solid financial foundation. How we do that is making sure we have little to no debt. We don't want to have debt going out to the credit cards and all that stuff. That's not how we get wealthy. Get that stuff down, and then make sure you have an emergency fund, and make sure you don't care about the money that you're throwing into these investments. Because when this happens, when you start seeing the negative, it's actually a good thing. And you might be like, what do you mean it's a good thing? It is. Because if my goal is to right here get my quantity up to 3, 4, 5 Ethereum, well, it's on a discount right now at only $1,900 if I suspect that Ethereum will continue to go up over time. And it could be another 5 years or 10 years before we see it shoot back up. Well, if I have that confidence, and I'm in it for the long haul, I will continue to invest $5 every single day from here on out. I'm on year number 3. Well, I completed year 3, so I'm on year number 4, but I'm going to keep this going. 10 years from now, I'm going to be coming back here, and we're going to look at this portfolio and see if it was a complete waste of my time and money, or if it looks good. Let's also take a look, for those of you who do follow me, for my overall stock portfolio. Now, the stocks are also not looking good. If I go to the 1-month chart here, down, look at those stairs. It's almost like a sliding board that looks like it was demented at an amusement park. It looks awful. And so right now, while I am down, I am still positive on my VOO, which is the S&P 500, my stock portfolio, up 23.4%, or $1,300. I'll take it. Not bad. That does also tell us that a lot of crypto bros, and I'm going to call you guys out, but a lot of crypto people say, you know, that's a safe investment. Crypto's where it's at. If stocks go down, cryptos are going to go up to the moon. It's actually the opposite. We're seeing a risk aversion on both. I mean, there's risk on both of these things. They're both going down. It just is the roller coaster of the stock market. So at the end of the day, get serious with your plan, whatever that plan is, and then stay committed. Even during the bad times, during the boring times, just keep going. If you're true to your plan, you should have no worries if you go negative like I just did. But let's take a look a little bit behind the scenes. I'm super excited to share this with you. If you're part of my Patreon community, guess what? You're going to get this Excel and Google Sheet document to play with all yourself. You can mess around with it. You can change the data, do whatever you want. But let's take a look here. I painstakingly went through and found the Ethereum closing price for every single day from January 1st, 2017, all the way to the present day, which is currently March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day, 2025. So this is some serious data all the way down. But look at this. If you would have bought Ethereum January 1st, 2017, it would have been worth only $8.17. Now, if we take a look at this here, so the daily buy of $5, we're going to stick to the $5 a day thing because I'm the $5 a day guy. Get what I'm saying? So I want to actually start down here in 2018. Now, even though I didn't, I started January 1st, 2022. If you would have started doing $5 a day from January 1st, 2018 until present, take a look at what happens here. So it's about the long term, right? And the goal. Crypto winter. You may remember it if you're in the game for the long time. Crypto winter was in the late 2017, I think throughout 2018 period, if I remember correctly. And some of these numbers are going to show us that. We could be going through another crypto winter today in 2025. But again, with the long-term plan, if we're going to look at like 2030, it could actually come up with a very strong foundation like you're going to see in this particular simulation. So take a look at this. Every day we put $5 in, all of this automatically calculates. It lets us know how much Ethereum we're buying in this column right here, and then how much our total Ethereum is as it keeps growing over time. So from January 1st, 2018, we keep putting $5 in every day. If I scroll all the way down here to the present day, which is going to take me a bloody second and a half because, a lot of years have gone by, a lot of singular days have gone by. But here we are at the end of 2025, March 16th. All right. We have racked up a total of 27 Ethereum, but take a look at this. You're up 74%. Your $13,000, which is your little $5 every day, your hard-earned money of $13,000 has now grown to a total of $52,000. At this point, you could cash that out, buy yourself a nice fancy car, put in a nice down payment on a house, or just continue to rack up the cash. Now, it does hurt a little bit because if we go back here, you were looking pretty good here. Look, you were almost ready to cross the six figures. In fact, here you did. You had $100,000 of value back in the start of January 2025, up 87%. And then, of course, it's been a rocky road, and here you are down. So, of course, you're hurting. You're looking at this saying, oh my gosh, I had 100,000. Now I have 52. This sucks, but you're not negative like I am. You're positive. And that's the whole point. Because look what happens back here. If we would have freaked out, like everybody tends to freak out when the market goes down, things wouldn't be looking as good. And that's my big takeaway in this video. And if you're getting value, drop a like on the video. And here's what I want to share with you. So we start in January 2018. Somebody talks us into investing into crypto. So we do it. And we're going to invest $5 a day into whatever brokerage app we're going to use, right? But as you see here, this looks okay. You're up 20%. You're like, hey, this is working out. I put in $70. I have $87 now. Okay, I've only been doing it for 14 days. I'll keep it up. But as time ticks on here and we go into the crypto winter, hey, it's not looking good. It's now August of 2018, and you're down, look at this, over 100%, which means that the value, which is represented in this column right here, so if we take this particular date of August 15th, 2018, your value is only $547, yet you put in $1,135, which means that your portfolio would essentially have to double in order to just get back to breaking even. Now, at this point right here, and I'll just focus on this date, even though it does get worse. We actually dropped to the negative 200%, but we'll stick with this one. It's August 15th. Are you freaking out right now? Are you scared? Is this person that's looking at this saying, this stupid Ethereum thing is not working well. I'm not feeling it. The same thing goes for the stock market too. Like when you see this, are you going to sell and cut your losses and make sure that you don't lose any more money? But see, instead of doing that, you just hold on anyway. You're not going to worry about it. You're not freaking out. You're not going to sell for a loss. You're going to say, this sucks, and I'm just going to keep on keeping on because I have my financial foundation secured, and I don't care about throwing away $5 a day. Because let's be honest, we throw away $5 a day on more dumber things in the world, right? Like the $5 a day latte or the $5 a day beer, or, this stuff adds up. Think about something that's $152 a month or $155 a month that you're spending that you don't need to spend your money on. That's dumb stuff. Instead, you could invest it. And that's what's going on here. And by just continuing on, you go from that negative 100% to a very positive number that we just looked at, where you're looking great. In fact, at one point, you were up over $100,000 in your total portfolio value. Now, even though it is down, you still have $52,000, which is a hell of a lot more than what you put in at $13,000 right here. So to scroll up here, 74% up on your money. If you would have sold at that negative time, it wouldn't have looked as good as today. So while I may share my $5 a day video updates with you, and sometimes they look really good, I want to be real with you and also share when things don't look so good, like they do today, where my money is now negative. I'm the 2018 guy. What will happen though in the next 5, 7, 10 years? That is to be continued. Now, if you're into wondering, what about Bitcoin? Well, I have a video coming that's going to show Bitcoin and Ethereum. And what we're going to do is look at the different types of investment styles that you could have used on both of these cryptos to either find success or find complete failure. And that video is coming soon. If it is ready and you're watching this one now, it'll be located right here. If that's not your jam, you want to check out another investment video, well then check out this video next, and we'll see you on the next video.